Hi everyone, it's so good to see you, or to be more accurate, it's so good for you to see me. As you can see, I'm in an empty hallway and there are no students. And it's so sad to be in the school with no students. Spring semester came, the forsythias bloomed yellow, but they weren't as bright because you weren't here. The magnolias were glorious, but when their petals fell, it was sadder because you weren't here. And the cherry blossoms, as usual, were lovely. But it was so sad, and they were so lonely because there weren't any beautiful students to take photos underneath their petals. And so I miss you, the campus misses you, and you need to be here. But this was a situation that we had no control over. Coronavirus is something no one expected and no one could have predicted the devastation it would have on all over society, all of our world. And so it's helping us to rethink some of our assumptions about how the world works. I know a lot of you are Yonsei because you believe in meritocracy, that you work hard and through your efforts you can gain your goals. And it's not wrong, but it's only a partial truth, isn't it? It kind of ignores the messiness of life. Life happens and it's complex, as we are seeing now with the coronavirus. And when bad things happen, we're finding that our values need to be questioned. And some of the most important values these days is to be kind. Kindness really matters. And so this summer, I challenge you to be kind first to yourselves. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be nice. You had no control over this. Second, be kind to others, especially those who are close around you, to your family and your friends, and to reimagine a better campus, a better Yonsei community when you come back in the fall. And I can't wait to see you in the fall. Take care, stay healthy, miss you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to our students here at Yonsei University. My name is Professor Paul Tonks. I'm a professor of history at the Underwood International College. This has obviously been one of the most difficult and unprecedented experiences for everybody at Yonsei University. I want to assure students that myself as a faculty member, and I know all of the international faculty at Underwood International College, and I'm sure all of the professors across the university are very concerned to do our best to reassure students and to help students to cope with this situation that none of us have ever been in before. I'm a historian, so I like to learn from the past, and I like to study and see what we can do to improve, to do things better. As you all know, this is something that we had to do very quickly and rapidly respond to this new situation, which is obviously something that has affected education all around the world. Fortunately, I think, in my experience, I think it's probably most relevant to talk about my own class. Obviously, the format of classes differs a lot between different majors, different colleges and departments. But I want to really say a huge thank you and pay tribute to our students here at UIC. I feel very, very honored and happy that I can teach you. I know that the circumstances have been difficult. All of the students that I've had the opportunity to interact with have responded, I think, in the best spirit possible, in the most constructive way. I know that there must be lots of frustrations and lots of difficulties for all of you, and like there also is for the faculty teaching courses, and also for those staff and others responsible for administration. I think we are all in this together. I know that there are sometimes disputes and different interests and interpretations. In my own class, what I can say is that the efforts that students have made, I think, have been the most impressive to me across the entire time that I've been at Yonsei University. And I've been at Yonsei University since we first started teaching at UIC in 2006. And the class that I taught this semester really was, from my point of view, very rewarding and very successful, despite the challenges, because I could tell that students really put in huge efforts, despite the difficulties that they had and despite the confusion and the sudden changes to our schedule and format, particularly in the research that people have done. You know, I've given a couple of topics in the midterm and for a final end of term research paper, and the efforts of every single student have been truly impressive. And as I said before, I think I can put my hand on my heart and honestly say that despite those challenges, it's been a successful semester, and we hope that things can improve in the future. But I just want to say thank you and to sincerely pay tribute to all of the efforts that students have put in at UIC, and I'm sure are also putting in all across Yonsei University. So thank you. I hope you all have a restful summer, that you can recover, that you can stay safe and well, spend time with your family, your loved ones, and just appreciate the opportunities that you have. Despite the challenges, I think the priority is for us to stay safe, stay well, but continue to learn in the most effective fashion that we can as students and faculty at Yonsei. Thank you again.
Okay, 안녕하십니까. Hello, my name is Michael Ratnapalan. I am Professor of History at Underwood International College, UIC, the famous UIC where I've been here since 2012 when I arrived in Korea. I'm speaking to you today, hopefully I'm speaking to you in your homes as you switch on YouTube, on your internet, to encourage you and to congratulate you for a hard semester, I'm sure for many of you, a strange semester for many of you in the middle of this pandemic, especially perhaps some of you for whom this is the first experience of university life. Hopefully it won't be your definitive experience of university life. Hopefully you will have many more experiences and you'll be able to travel around and see the campus here and in our beautiful Songdo campus as well, enjoying the sights and the sounds. Like all good, responsible ajashis, I'm wearing my COVID mask, which I wear. I'm only taking it off right now because of the video, so don't worry. And also, I'm wearing my special COVID gloves. And these gloves are heavy for both hands. In case I touch any surfaces, I have to use them. And then I wash my hands immediately afterwards. Otherwise, my wife will tell me off. Okay. Also, I wanted to say, well done on a difficult semester. I'm sure, especially with Zoom lectures and so on, it's very tiring. It takes a lot of energy out. 힘을 좀 빼고 있어요, isn't it right? So I really congratulate you on going through that, and I hope that the rest of the semester, maybe you might have a few more exams or essays or things to complete. I hope you do that well. Most of all, I hope you have a good rest in the summer. Take a well-deserved break. Don't do too much. Just relax and look forward to the new semester. And in the new semester, you can take a lot of new classes, hopefully on campus, including my class. In a UIC seminar classes. One of my classes will be on literature, fiction, history and fiction is the name of the class. And one of the people I teach is a man called Robert Louis Stevenson. He is the author of many books, including a book called Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And that was a book that was published. It's very fun, it's a very enjoyable book. It was published about 120 years ago. And you can read it in English, if you like. You can also read it in Korean, and you can read indeed the first Korean translation of that book by downloading it from Yonsei University's library. If you type in the name of this person's wife, Lilias Horton Underwood, the wife of Horace Grant Underwood, she was the first translator of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And so you can read the Korean version, Jekyll과 Hyde, or you can read it in English, written by Stevenson. In any way, I hope you enjoy a good summer, a well-deserved break, and I look forward to seeing you all at the start of the new semester. Thank you.